Sometimes your day changes so profoundly. When you look back, you can't figure out how you arrived at a laboratory beneath your house. I mean, the concrete steps are simple. I was taking a shower, getting ready for work. Then, as I stretched my left hand to a discolored tile above my head that I never noticed before, the wall in front of me started to move backward. That's the how. But for the life of me, I can't decipher the why. Why was there a secret passage in my shower? I quickly dried off and pulled on a plain white t-shirt, some underwear and jeans. I called for Sarah, my wife. No reply. So I left the bathroom and searched the whole house for her. Her car wasn't in the driveway, so it seemed logical conclusion that she wasn't in the house. Okay. I went back to the secret passage, this time with shoes, and slowly climbed the stairs with a flashlight pointed in front of me. The steps seemed like they went down forever. When I finally reached the end of them, I came to a large hallway that ended in a fork. There were two people where the corridor branched. They didn't notice me yet, so I quickly switched off the flashlight and used the area to the next to the entryway as a hiding spot. My wife Sarah was talking to a man. A tall man, looked slick and European. They didn't seem happy, like they were fighting. I wanted to intervene, but a walkie-talkie crackled nearby. Your husband? He doesn't suspect a thing. Thinks I'm at work. Good. Nice job, Sarah. You've been hiding this project for months, probably more successfully than I would have. But that doesn't give you a right to disobey orders. I consider Flo an asset, not a liability. She's already killed 3 of my men. She's a liability. Joanne, you don't understand what a golden opportunity this is. An opportunity to annihilate an entire squad of mercenaries? If we can catch her alive, she could propel our research years into the future. I get it. It's your job to watch out for opportunities like that. But I can't risk any more of my men getting killed. Joanne! The walkie-talkie cut out for some reason. I peeked out from behind my hiding spot, only to see Sarah and Joanne walking away. As soon as they left, I started to walk slowly down the corridor. I didn't like feeling exposed. I wanted to see my wife again, but if she was with that man, someone who commanded mercenaries, he might decide to kill an intruder like me outright. I entered the first room I encountered with an unlocked door. It looked like a laboratory. I couldn't focus on my surroundings much because I heard growling. Crouching, then standing back up, I scanned the room. I saw a gray-skinned woman with bloodshot eyes crawling on one of the tables. She looked to be older than me, quite a bit older actually, and she seemed like she was hunting? Her face whipped around in my direction and her upper lip curled up, exposing fangs. I thought the woman was going to lunge at me, but a large man came up behind me and fired a gun with a silencer attached. He apparently shot her in the leg because she buckled and fell off the table. The man tried throwing a net on her, but she screeched at him and took off on all fours, pounding out the door I left open. Great. I've been tracking that desiccated woman for the past 3 hours. Almost had her too. I'm Eric Turner. You don't look like you work in the lab. No, I'm a little confused. I found a secret passage in my shower. I literally have no clue what's going on. Eric laughed, a harsh sound. You're the husband to that woman, Sarah. You're not supposed to be here. In fact, Johann would kill you if he found out. Lucky for you, he's taking off for the day. has a flight to catch in a couple of hours. You can help me look for Flo since you're the one that opened the door." So I helped Eric hunt the woman named Flo. He handed me a pistol with a silencer, said it paid to be extra stealthy. They had run-ins with the dead from time to time. Fortunately, they kept them contained inside this underground laboratory. But Flo somehow got loose from the experimentation pens, clearly still inside the laboratory, roaming around and looking for prey, and had already killed 3 men. Almost 4, I thought gloomily. Eric sniffed the air. He claimed you developed a nose for them after a while. Survival mechanism. I asked him if Flo was the first to escape the experimentation pens. He hesitated, then said yes. One thing I found peculiar was that he seemed to want to capture Flo alive. Johanne was the head of the mercenaries, and he clearly wanted her dead. Didn't Eric want to follow orders? We wandered the corridors for a while, and I was hoping we'd run into Sarah since Johanne had left. No such luck. Once Eric and I went down this large slope, though, I heard Flo screeching from somewhere in the darkness. "I noticed you had a flashlight. Now's the time to turn it on," Eric whispered. He was breathing heavily. I switched the flashlight on. We only made it several feet before Flo came crawling out of the darkness. Her bloodshot eyes locked onto mine, and she crouched like a cat does before it lunges. I panicked and fired my weapon. The bullet hit Flo right between the eyes. She groaned and collapsed to the ground. "Fuck!" Eric yelled. "You just killed her! Now how are we gonna find a cure? Maybe you should join Johanne's team, killing without thinking. This is just great. If Biobe gets his way and he finds a way to release the other test subjects, we're screwed. You hear me? Royally fucked." Then, Flo made a moaning sound and awkwardly stood on all 4 legs. She locked eyes with me again. There's something at the bottom of my stairs. It's taking everything I have to not look at it. The way the stairs in my house are structured is so there's 3 steps, a landing, and then a 45-degree turn to the remaining steps. Currently at the bottom of those steps is something. It's been calling my name and cooing for the last 4 hours, and I've been here at the top, frozen in fear. I can hear it stomping and scratching around at the base of the steps. Why it doesn't simply just climb up them and come find me, I have no clue.
Eli, Eli, come down and see.
It keeps repeating every few minutes. I can hear the thing slurping and licking its lips with a sickening gurgle. It sounds as if tar was being sucked through a straw.
Eli, don't you want to see?
Its voice rings up each step with the weight of a freight train. I can feel myself sweating through my shirt. My socks are soaked and I want to cry. The thing at the bottom of the stairs scrapes its fingernails against the drywall, making up the small landing for my front door.
Eli, Eli, you want to know, don't you?
The thing coos listlessly. It's not wrong. I do want to know. I've never wanted anything more than to know what currently sits at the base of these steps. I have to fight with myself to not peer around the corner, not just lean forward the few feet to see things face. I don't even need to go all the way down the steps, just to the small landing and lean another 6 inches past the wall. It stomps with the force of a thunderstorm. I think it's angry I haven't moved. Each fall of its foot seems to shake me to my very core. It feels like a kick to my ribs, cracking them upon impact.
Eli, just one quick.
I know the thing is lying, though. If I peek, it will all be over. Yet, I want to so badly. It almost feels perverted. Deep down, the only thing keeping me safe is staying here at the top of the stairs. Yet it's the last thing I actually want to do. I can smell the creature now. A sickly sweet smell, almost like molded sugar. The stench penetrates my nostrils so deeply that my eyes water. Or are they watering from the sweat that's dripping into them? I've tried to wipe it away, but the flow refuses to stop. I'm unsure if it's the thing's breath or body that produced the putrid stench. I try to cough and clear the air, but nothing changes. My body remains completely still, frozen in time at the top of the stairs. The thing speaks the truth this time, with all the honesty of a cobra. Its venom seeps into every crack of my being. My foot lifts itself of its own accord. I'm doing everything I can to stop it. I'm screaming and crying and pleading, yet my body refuses to listen. 3 steps to the landing. 2 steps. 1.